Well, hello Pisces, and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, and Happy New Year. And today I will be doing your January 2024 zodiac reading, in which we'll be doing a life check-in. I'll be drawing 6 cards to go over some aspects of your life, and then I will draw an oracle card to give you a message from your spiritual team. So I'm going to push that aside just for a second. My desk isn't that big. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. But first I ask, if you have not subscribed to the channel, if you would consider doing so, I would greatly appreciate it. So smash that subscribe button. It really does help. And make sure you turn off notifications. I get it. I don't want my phone blowing up either with everybody that I subscribe to on YouTube. Also, at the end of the video, make sure you leave or give it a thumbs up, leave a positive comment, even if it's just an emoji. All of those things really do help share the video. It helps get the content out there for people who haven't yet discovered the channel. So in advance, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so Pisces. All right, so I'm attached. I am connected to Pisces energy. However, I cannot connect with every Pisces on the face of the earth. With that being said, please remember this is a general reading for Pisces. So if the reading doesn't resonate with you, please don't get frustrated or upset. There's a couple things you can do. You can either come back to the video at a later date. Now, I only do this particular reading 3 times a year, so I'll do it again in May. So, come back in March or April, and maybe then it will, be applicable. Or you can go to yournaturalhealer.com, go to the services tab, and sign up for a personalized reading. Okay, my rates are they're not pretty, they are reasonable. So you can always do that. Now, please, if it resonates with you, what I want you to do is I want you to take your right hand, place it on your heart, take a deep breath in and say, yes, I claim this reading for myself. And by claiming the reading, you're basically putting an affirmation out into the universe that, yes, you accept the reading. All right. Now, with that being said, I do need to give a little bit of a warning. Especially if you're new to the channel, if you're expecting a rainbow and unicorn reading, that is not my channel. I hope that your reading is all love and light and wonderful stuff. But if, for example, I pull the Tower for the money card, I'm going to read the Tower. I am not one of these tarot readers who go through the deck and pull cards to make this beautiful, warm and fuzzy reading. First of all, I don't get paid for this, so why do I want to waste my time doing a fake reading? And even if I got paid for it, I'm not going to waste my time doing a fake reading. I have better things to do. And I'm not going to waste your time either. And then I'm not going to put out that kind of negativity in the world, because guess what? That's going to eventually come back to me times 3. So I'm just giving you a warning. If you're expecting love and light and fuzzy, warm feelings, this is not the channel for you. So with that being said, thank you and good luck to you. Or if you get triggered during the reading, I've had this happen too. If you get triggered, please don't send me nasty emails. I just read what the cards I draw. The question that you need to figure out is, why are you getting so triggered? All right. All right. Enough of the speech. Let's get started. So we're going to first talk about Pisces, your overall energy of this. Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera there. Of the space that you're moving into. And you got the Page of Cups. Really good card. This is all about good news coming, a surprise with lots of excitement. But overall, just really, and it's going to be really heartfelt. So it could be even something like maybe a new friendship budding. Excuse me. Maybe if you're trying to get pregnant, you're going to get the good news that you are. But it's, like I said, it's a surprise, but in a good way. So expect a really nice surprise coming to you in your upcoming space. That's fantastic. See, now that's love and light. All right, let's talk about love. And for love, you got the 2 of Pentacles. All right. Okay, for you Pisces that are in relationships, I see you and your partner are about to have to make a big money decision. This may be something like, maybe buying a new home, or maybe you currently rent and you decide to transition into being a homeowner, or maybe it's purchasing a new vehicle. Maybe it's moving way across the country, or somebody taking on a new job. Whatever it is, it's going to be a decision that the both of you need to make together. It's not something that you're going to take lighthearted. You're going to have to weigh all the options. So you see this guy, he's kind of like juggling two things, and they're intertwined. Excuse me. So, the decision you're going to have to make, you got to weigh the pros and the cons and look at the short term and the long term. Just don't go into this willy-nilly, okay? If you're single, for you single Pisces out there, this card is asking, are you really, 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 in your heart of hearts, ready for a relationship? Do you have the time? Do you have the energy? Are you willing to adapt and change your current life for a relationship? Because just dating is different than a relationship. And you guys know that, I don't have to teach that to you. And when you start dating somebody, you don't have to answer to them. And I don't mean answer to them like, yes, ma'am, no, sir, but you know what I mean. It becomes almost not quite as much as marriage, where it's an us versus me, myself, and I thing. But I just get some feelings that maybe you're not quite ready to adapt or change some things in your life. So before you really commit to someone, because, that's pretty crappy if you commit to someone and then you go, okay, no, I'm not doing this. Nope. When they were ready to be all in. So just, again, you need to really, if you're feeling about taking that next step and really get committed, you need to weigh the pros and cons as well. You need to look at the long term, the short term, the pros and cons, and really be honest and open with yourself as to whether you're really ready to make the changes to go from that and lose some of those freedoms, because that's what it's about. To be honest, is you do lose some freedoms as an individual. So, make sure you meditate. That will definitely help. Use some rose quartz. That's really going to help you come from the heart and to be honest with yourself. All right, let's talk about your career, Pisces. And you got the 6 of Wands, but it was in the reverse position. All right, this isn't a bad thing. If you're currently in a job and you've put yourself in maybe for a promotion or a move of some sort, or even a raise, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. And if you maybe are applying for some jobs, maybe you're not going to be the one to be selected. So I really wouldn't be making any, especially if you wanting to leave your job, excuse me, and you're putting your resume out there, I wouldn't tell people that you work with, or I wouldn't be promoting it on social media that you're looking for another job, because you don't want your employer to find out and then let you go for whatever reason, because they know that you're leaving. So keep it on the down low. But like I said, it's just career-wise, there's not a lot of advancement going on right here. So don't get bummed out if you don't get the promotion. Don't get bummed out if you don't get the raise. Use it as a learning experience to go, okay, well, why didn't I? I remember once, for example, I applied for this promotion, and there were only 3 people going for it. And I used to work in a county government for only a year, and then I quit just because county government was just so political for employees. And I didn't end up getting it. They didn't hire any of us. And I found out the reason why I wasn't selected is because I was friends with a person that, the person that would be my boss didn't like one of the people I talked to within our office because she didn't like that person. And that's why I didn't, because my boss at the time told me I need to maybe not hang out with this person so much or talk to them so much at work because, I wasn't going to get the job. And I was like, nobody's going to pick my friends for me. So at that point I knew, okay, it's time to get out of here. And I was bummed I didn't get the promotion. And rather than getting mad, because, I could have been mad, I took a deep breath in and I needed to really come to the terms, even though the money was pretty good, that I really wasn't happy there. And that wasn't the job for me, and it was going to be dead end. So the reason why I just brought that up, and it's not to talk about myself, it's just to give you some examples. And so, if you don't get that promotion or don't get a raise, don't go ballistic. Watch that sacral chakra, because your sacral chakra governs your raw emotions. And, if you're not taking control of that sacral chakra and it starts spinning too fastly, you may, instead of respond to it, react, and you might get all mad and maybe quit right then and there. And you don't want to do that because, you got to pay your bills. So keep things low key if you're looking for a new job. But just, if you don't get promoted or don't get that raise, just, chill out. It's going to be okay. All right, let's talk about money, Pisces. And you got the 3 of Wands. I like this card. I've always liked this card and the energy behind it. This is actually a really, really good job. A really good card. Is you're going to see an increase of money in your current space. And that may be a result of this. Remember, I said no promotion or no raise, but maybe that's going to open you up to something else, Maybe you don't get a raise, but in a couple weeks after that, a new job opens up at your work. That would be a promotion. So that's why I said don't lose your cool. But this is definitely saying that you're going to be coming into some increased wealth. And make sure you treat yourself, So if you get that new job eventually, once this plays out, treat yourself. Take yourself out to dinner. Go buy yourself that new crystal you want. I don't know what made me think. I looked at my K2 pyramid, and I have 2 that just are little teeny tiny bigger than this. And I was going to pick it up and go buy your K2 pyramid. But anyway, the point being is that, there's going to be some increased wealth. Whether it's from a job or not, maybe not. Maybe you're just going to fall into a little bit of money somehow, or maybe a debt. You're going to finally have that credit card paid off, so you're going to have some extra disposable income. But whatever it is, you're going to see yourself with a little extra money. So, hey, I'll take that. All right, Pisces, let's talk about health. Now, let me disclose really quickly. Please remember that if you're sick or you're feeling ill, to go see your doctor. If it's an emergency, call 911. And that holistic healing in any form, tarot, crystals, Reiki, all of that, excuse me, is not to replace medical healing. It's to work in conjunction with it. All right. So you got the 6 of Pentacles, but in reverse. All right. Now, I don't want to freak anybody out with this card. This is not a bad card. If you've been, and I know I've done this myself, maybe you're not feeling up to par, or, maybe you've had a bit of a cough for a while. Maybe your back is constantly aching. Go to the doctor. Okay. You hear so many times people complain, and 9 times out of 10, it's nothing, but it's going to bring you some peace of mind, because I have a feeling that whatever this is that's nagging you, it is weighing on you, on your subconscious. And I think you realize that. I think maybe you might have even gone on to like WebMD and looking up, symptoms and things like that. And that's all. I do the same thing, and it's the worst thing you can do. But just go to your doctor, get checked out. We should always be checked out at least once a year, go and getting that blood work done. That's why it's called preventive medicine. And don't wait. Additionally, if you've been thinking maybe you've been wanting to try some alternative medicine, then this is the time to do it. Go either get an assessment or sign up for a Reiki session or some type of healing session. Don't wait. If you've been thinking about it, don't wait. Okay? So like I said, it's not a bad card. It's not saying that there's anything wrong. It's just saying, you know what, if it weighs on your mind and the thought crosses your mind to go to the doctor or maybe to go get some alternative treatment, then go for it. Don't wait. All right, let's talk about your spiritual path. Yeah. King of Pentacles. All right. Basically, this is really saying this doesn't necessarily mean money. Everybody always associates pentacles with money, and it does in a way. It's more materialistic things. Excuse me. So I think that you've been really maybe a little obsessed with materialism too much. And that it's to the detriment that maybe it's not coming from the heart space, and it's not really spiritually centered. And the first thing I think of, it's always usually with people who first get into crystals. They buy their first couple and they're like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. And then it becomes the new shiny toy syndrome. Oh, look at this. This pyrite's so shiny. I have to have it. And oh, look at this epidote. Oh, this thing is super shiny. Oh, I have to have it. And I'm not going to pick up that one because I'll have to wash my hands afterwards. And I don't want to wait in case I touch my face beforehand. It's not super toxic, but you should wash your hands. It's stibnite. But my point being, a lot of new people get into this shiny toy syndrome, and it goes from the place of first getting the crystals for their spiritual purpose to I just got to have everything just because. And I understand the excitement. I've been there, done that. I mean, I can't tell you how many crystals in my personal, I'm not talking about my inventory for my business. In my personal collection, I couldn't even guess. I couldn't guess. I'm sorry. And I was that way in the beginning. I got to the point where it's just, I wanted everything. I wanted it. And now it's to the point I have all the common and uncommon stones. And yes, I do collect. I'm more now for my own personal collection. It's not coming from the point of obsessed with, I have to have it because I want to be a crystal healer. For me, it's I do want some of the rarer crystals now because, the spiritual and the metaphysical properties, but I'm also a true collector as well. And I sell them. But there's a big difference between being a really heart-centered collector and then just collecting them for everything you want. So I didn't mean to get way off on a tangent about it, but I just wanted to use that as an example. You're getting obsessed with the material things within spirituality. Maybe go on buying every color candle so you can do some candle magic. Go on and buying all the grid boards there are to do crystal gridding. Going into debt and buying every single crystal out there and every book and every sound bowl and it's not coming from the heart, okay? Just be careful with what I call the shiny new toy syndrome. If you are going through that, you need to take a step back. And where does that come from? Where is it coming from? Because it's stemming from something a little deeper. And then, so maybe you need to do a little bit of shadow work with that. Okay. Most likely it's probably coming from something that it's not even pertaining to spirituality. It could be something from childhood or something even from a past life that's causing you to really be obsessed with the materialism. Excuse me. All right, let's draw our oracle card and then we are finished for today. I'm going to shuffle back here because I keep hitting the tripod. All right, so this card deck is called the Kuan Yin Oracle. I'll show you the pictures. It's just really a pretty deck. And it's a divine feminine energy. So we'll just get a quick message. They're really deep cards, but I'm just going to hit the basic meaning for it, okay? All right, in relation to your reading. And you got Maiden Magu. What did I just say over here? You need to dig deeper and look in that shadow self. And that's exactly what this card is talking about. That there's some attribute about yourself, a part of your character that you're not really fond of. And it might not be something that's been there all your life, like this. This currently maybe getting a little too obsessed with the materialistic things. So you need to really take a step back and try to understand where that's coming from. Take some time, do some journaling, definitely meditate. Do some quiet meditation where you're just not focusing on anything. Really try to figure out the why, the root cause. And working on your shadow self is only going to bring you into this more, you look at this picture, she looks beautiful, enlightened. It's like she's got this white, light pink, which, white is purity and pink deals with love, self-love. And then there's a lot of yellow and gold in the picture, which deals with abundance. Remember, abundance and money are two different things. Money can sometimes, usually green, like we think in the United States, oh, green money, but it's actually in spirituality yellow. Even though green adventuring is the crystal, the gambler's stone. It's one of the best money stones out there. And it's funny because I had made myself a prosperity jar, and I have green adventuring in it. But anyway, normally, with money, it's yellow, and abundance. Abundance is more than just money. You can have an abundance of love, an abundance of friends, and all of that. So, but the point is the shadow self, whatever this attribute about yourself is that you're really not too happy with, and that maybe not has been part of your personality for your whole life. Something is causing it. So you need to do a little deeper work on yourself to determine that, and it'll be okay. You'll resolve it. All right, Pisces. So that's all I have for you today. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you on one of my other weekly videos. And again, please subscribe to the channel and go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.